too long since I posted a video on this channel. So just wanted to give you an update as far as what I've been up to these past few months. We're currently in July. I don't even remember the last time I posted. Might have been sometime before 2021, which is crazy. Um, but yeah, I want to start posting more videos. Want to show you an update as far as what my journey has been like and what it will continue to look like, and be more consistent so I can just really share my journey, my thoughts, my whatever creative ideas I have, and kind of look back on this and just see the growth that I've gone through in terms of pursuing financial freedom, location freedom, um, eventually, who knows, right? And if this can inspire or help even just one person, then it'll be worth it, and it'll be fun to look back upon. And I can even learn better by sharing more, right? Because whenever I teach something, I find that I'm able to integrate that lesson much deeper. So, for all those reasons, I want to continue posting. But yeah, let me just kind of give you high level what I've been up to in this video, and we'll just go from there. So, my new journey has been in remote high ticket sales. All right, so I've transitioned out of the real estate space, which the reason I was going for that is for these same reasons here, right? It was for financial freedom. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by stability and freedom. Having the location independence, right, where I can basically work from wherever. Real estate wasn't really providing me with that, and then having the time freedom, which I've always had since I've been in sales or real estate, right? So these are the three things I've been after in my previous journey, and I found that this journey here gives me all three of these within a reasonable amount of time, pretty quickly, within 3 months actually. I've been able to achieve this. So here's what my journey has looked back upon. Again, now this isn't going to be a super long video. I'm probably going to go into more depth with this in future videos. But from what I understand, this is what most people are after as well, right? So what most people have followed my channel in the past was to have that more money, of course, and be able to work when they want, spend more time with their family, be able to travel, that sort of thing. And geez, this vehicle here basically is the quickest route that I found to that. All right, so here's what happened. And I'll probably have to do a video on what the heck remote high ticket sales is. But just to keep it simple, the online industry has been booming right past decade or so as far as online programs that offer accountability, coaching, mentoring, leadership for people who are looking for a transformation, whether it's to earn more money or it's to um, um, gain more muscle or have a transformation within their health and fitness or their bodies. Also, anything personal development, right? Think Tony Robbins, he has a coaching program, right? Um, Even relationships, dating advice, that sort of thing, right? So you have all these courses that are lower ticket, like $97 or less, or even $297 or even $997. And a lot of times that course is not going to give you everything that you need, assuming you want to hit your goals faster and learn from someone who has more experience so that you are more likely to hit your goals and have accountability and just learn from someone who's been where you want to be, right? And that's where mentoring and coaching comes in, and that's where high ticket comes in, right? Because you have to pay more money in order to get access to someone who is further along than you are and hold you accountable and join whatever long-term coaching program they have, whether it's 10 months, 12 months, whatever it is, right? 6-week program, whatever it is. But that's where high ticket comes in. And those people need sales reps to enroll others into their high ticket program who are a good fit, of course, and who are really serious about that transformation and are open and willing to invest in order to have that, right? So that's where you come in as a closer. So that's just kind of high level overview as far as what remote high ticket sales is, and this is what it can offer you. So around January, um, well, around December or even November, I've been looking to make a change out of real estate investing because I haven't been able to really have this, right? I've been a real estate agent, renting apartments, managing some units for quite some time now. And my goal was to transition out of that by doing lease option real estate, creative finance, that sort of thing. And I was going on a lot of appointments, meeting a lot of sellers, and it just wasn't happening as quickly as I wanted. I did a couple deals, but really difficult, honestly. and I didn't have anyone or a team that I can go to for like advice. I was just basically on my own, which is a mistake on its own. I should have had more accountability, some type of mentorship, or at least an accountability group with people who are doing the same thing that I was, right? Just to kind of bounce ideas off of. But I was doing a lot of commuting because in my area in Boston, it's super expensive, right? It's tough to find creative deals in my area. They typically go for either all cash or top dollar. So I had to commute to further locations, like an hour, 2 hour drive, and a lot of the sellers would want to meet me, right? Point being, it was just taking longer, and I figured I'd want to transition into the online space. Okay, online space could be something like coaching, consulting, Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing. There's different online programs out there for you to achieve financial freedom, location freedom, time freedom, right? So I tried multiple different things, just testing them, like short little tests for like weeks at a time, just to see what it is that I'd want to really dig into and really like plant my flag on the ground. This is what I'm going to do in order to achieve this. And after some time, I decided on high ticket sales. All right, because basically I've come from a real estate background. I've had sales experience. Not that you need it, but it helps. And I've been on the phone quite a bit, and my experience in real estate and in lease options definitely I knew would serve me in something like this. So I went all in. I started doing outreach without taking any courses. By the way, I was able to land a client. I'm not going to go specific as to like what their names are, but this is their names abbreviated. So KFM was a personal development for men company, and I got hired as a closer there. And I'm going to have to explain the difference between a closer. Well, I can just go high level here. So closer versus specialist, which is what I am now. So basically, a closer is the person who closes who enrolls the person into the program, kind of like the gatekeeper of the high ticket program, right? And then a setter is someone who just simply sets appointments for the closer so that they can close. All right, so generally speaking, a setter is going to earn less of a commission than a closer, right? Industry standards roughly 10%. Average high ticket programs like 5K. So closers making anywhere between like 500 to 1,000 on average, right? Of course, some are more, few are less, but that's kind of just to give you a ballpark idea. And a setter typically starts at about like roughly 3 to 5% of the program. All right, so my case, I'm earning about 300, and it recently got a raise to 350 per closed set, which I'll explain later. All right, so with KFM, I started off here, and I realized even though I had previous experience, never really in remote sales, but definitely in real estate, I still wasn't good. I basically sucked. Okay, I'll just keep it real. They gave me about like 40, 50 calls, right? I probably closed maybe a few, which is not a good close rate. I was probably closing about maybe 11 to 12% of my calls, and it wasn't enough for it to make sense to keep me on the squad, right? So basically, they stopped booking calls on my calendar, and that's the beauty of this too, guys. You don't have to do any marketing. You don't have to do anything. Like they basically put calls on your calendar, and you just simply, enroll them in, assuming they're a good fit, of course. But it is a skill. It's a high-level skill, right? It's a high-income skill, six-figure skill. So it does take experience. Don't just think you could just jump into this and read a script and be good at it, right? It takes experience, and I learned that the hard way. So I basically, within a month, they stopped booking calls on my calendar. They said I can stay on the team as a setter, but I realized really quickly that I need some training in this industry. I've never really had formal sales training. I've read books, that sort of thing, but never really. I've purchased like some of Grant Cardone stuff, but never really formally like dove deep into actual sales, which is mind-boggling to me since I've been in sales pretty much my whole life. Aside from like reading books and doing the basics, but I went deep. So I basically purchased a course, the Inbound Closer Accelerator and the Inbound Closing Certification. Cost me about $600, so nothing too crazy. And man, I learned a ton. So I did that in February, right? And I basically went through this in 2 weeks, and I went through the certification in 2 weeks. So this took me about a month to get through. And keep in mind, I'm still doing my job, right? Renting apartments, doing some management within as a real estate agent with my license. All right. And then in March, I was doing more outreach. I figured let me go back out there. Let me find a new gig that I could potentially be good at, and let's start this again. So I basically kind of sharpened my sword right? And then went back out there. And what happened was I joined two media companies. All right, so a media company is basically like an agency, and these were marketing agencies for VGM was a marketing agency to help consultants get more clients, and then YSM was a marketing agency that helped real estate agents, ironically enough, get more leads. Right, so basically two marketing agencies that helped with lead generation, lead conversion, that sort of thing. Right, front end stuff. And the first one, the way they did it was kind of like a how do I explain this? It was a group format, right? So they interviewed a bunch of people, and then they put on like 5 potential closers, and they kind of see who would make it in the end, right? It was kind of you had to jump through hoops. We had to make a ton of cold calls from cold emails, and then they would decide who'd win in the end, right? And I just realized, like, man, this isn't really. I don't really believe in like just straight cold calling people, which I've done. I've done that in real estate. I've done thousands of cold calls in real estate. People who didn't even have a house for sale, right? And it just wasn't for me. I did that. I built my tonality off it. So I just feel like I wanted to see what else was out there, right? So that only lasted a week. And they called it a trial period, right? So I didn't even make it at the end of the trial period. I told them, hey guys, this basically isn't for me. I'm gonna, try something else. All right. So then YSM is another media company for real estate agents with their lead generation, and I figured that would be a better fit because my experience is in real estate, right? I understand real estate agents. I understand their problems, concerns. I understand what keeps them up at night. I understand a lot of them have problems with generating leads. So yeah, I figured it'd be cool. And both of these were 2-call closes, by the way. So the way they do it is you do a discovery call and then you do a closing call, right? And I realized, you can do a 1-call close, you can do a 2-call close. 1-call close is better because you don't have to have 2 calls most times, right? So you're able to do more deals. But that wasn't the reason why I left there. The reason why I left there is because it was a super small company. It was a small business owner. It was just him and me as the closer. And I was doing okay. I was basically starting off with just doing discovery calls for about a month, roughly. And I was going to go into the closing position. But then I realized I'm not really, like, even though I'm getting some, experience taking calls, I wanted to work for a bigger company where I can actually learn from other closers who are earning like 20, 30, 40K per month, because that is real in this industry, right? And I wanted to really just kind of, for the first time in my life, like, be a part of a team where I can actually, like, look up to people who I want to be like. I've never had that, not even in real estate, because I never really wanted to be a real estate agent long term. It was just more of a way for me to have like time freedom so that I could build my own business within creative real estate, right? And I never really had a mentor. So I figured, let me just, like, if this is what I'm going to be doing, I want to learn from people who are better than me, who are where I want to be within a year, 2 years. I'll even do 3 years, right? If it meant hitting 20, 30, 40, 50K per month in an industry that I am passionate about, and I know that really helps people, okay? So what I decided to do was leave YSM, and I joined a company called Sales Mentor. All right. Now, Sales Mentor is a beast. They probably do about 12 million a year. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We probably do about a little over, yeah, about 12 million a year in revenue. We have like 6 or 7 top 5% closers who are all doing like at least, like the one that's making the least is probably making at least 10K, and the one that's making the most is probably making 30K. Right, so anywhere between 10 to 30K per month is what they're doing. They're really good at what they do, and I'm learning a ton from them. All right, and I decided to join the team. And by the way, that's the company that I actually purchased their training from. Right, so that was another thing. I was a fan of their training. And I figured, why not work for the same company that gave me this training? I can and learn more about their high ticket program. I could be a part of their program. I'm learning a ton just being a part of the coaching program. But now I'm also helping other people like go from here to getting more hands-on help, right? And I didn't join them as a closer because you need a lot more experience, right? I didn't have a track record or success record as a closer. So I had one of their guys hit me up in the Facebook group, asked me if I wanted to join the team. Initially, he wanted me to join as he asked me for a closer, but given my experience, we felt it would be a better fit for me to start as a specialist. All right. So here's some terminology for you. Closer, another word for closer is advisor in the industry. And then and a setter, someone who sets appointments for the closer. So that's what I'm doing now since late April is when I got started. I did some basic onboarding in April, so I didn't really have too many calls. And here is what my numbers look like since June, really, because April was more of a trial period. I did a couple weeks in April, so it was just more just experimenting and onboarding and that sort of thing. So I don't count that too much. I really my first full month was in May, which I took a week off too for a wedding, so that kind of hurt my numbers a bit. But since May is when I count my first full month, and here's what happened. So as a setter in June, I'm sorry, why did I skip May? Oh, I got these dates wrong. So this is May, and then this is June, and now we're in July. Gotcha. Yeah, we're in mid-July right now at the time of this recording. All right, so in May, I did 6 deals. And May is when I took about a week off to go to 2 weddings, so that kind of hurt my numbers. But I was still able to make about $3K as a setter, guys, as someone who all I do is set appointments for the closers, which for me is super, like it's not difficult, in my opinion, versus having to be the closer, the guy who actually enrolls them into the program. I basically take people who are going through the courses and I see if I can help them out in any way. I answer any questions they have, and I ask them if they want more hands-on help and how we can help them get their goals faster, and a game plan to hit their goals faster once I find out what their goals are. And then I basically hand them off to a closer who's going to help them learn more about their situation and give them a game plan on what it will look like for them to hit their goals faster. And then if it's a good fit, then they enroll into the program. So all I'm doing is setting appointments. And in May, I did 6 deals. I'm earning about, so in May and June, I'm collecting, the way the compensation works is I'm collecting about, I think it was $270 stipend per week. All right, so you get a stipend of about $270 per week. And then you also get a about a $275 commission. I believe that's how it was then. All right, so I earned roughly a little under 3K, I think it was, in total, when you consider the commission and the stipend. Okay, so that's what I earned. I'm still doing real estate here, right? I was still doing rentals. And then in June, I basically stopped doing deals, rentals, somewhere around like second week of June, so I can go all in with this. And in June, I hit 3,900, and that's with commission, and my stipend basically ended after 2 months, so it ended somewhere like mid to late June. Okay, and I just missed bonus. If I hit bonus, I would have had an $1,100 bonus. All right, so April, here's what my numbers look like. I set 36. I closed this many, and once we hit 100,000, then we get a bonus. The reason why I hit it in June is because I missed it by a day, right? And I know in June it says I hit 11, but the reality is that same week it was like the last day of May, so they didn't count it for June, and that's why I didn't hit my bonus, which was annoying. But at the same time, I was like, all right, I am never gonna miss fucking. Excuse my language. I'm never gonna miss this bonus again, right? Because that would have put me at 5,000, which allows me to replace my income at real estate. So in my head, I knew, all right, I basically have the capability to replace my income in real estate. Why don't we just go all in with this? And I quit real estate. So I basically quit my 9 to 5, right? Most people that I talk to with this, that's their main goal, is to quit their 9 to 5 so that they can have location freedom, control their own schedule, work when they want, be able to vacation, and have a minimum of financial stability. For me, financial stability is being able to pay my bills, being able to see some surplus at the end of the month. Nothing fancy, nothing extravagant, but at least I'm able to like survive, right? And take care of my bills and stuff, right? So that's stability for me. That's 5K per month. All right. So in July, I'm basically on pace to at minimum hit this number. We're in mid-July. I'm already at 9 deals, and I'm probably going to do more. I also got an increase to per commission was about we're doing $350 now. right? So my ability to hit even more than that, like 6 to 7K per month, is going to be pretty realistic. Probably I might even do it this month, or I'll probably definitely do it next month. All right. So my point being, within 3 short months, guys, I was able to transition out of my job, which I didn't enjoy. I don't like showing apartments after doing it for so long, especially during COVID. It sucked. It was awkward, right? And you got to wear masks. People were kind of, no one wanted to go into someone's house during COVID, right? Which I did. I had to in order to survive, right? And I was able to survive, luckily. But yeah, I don't have to do that anymore, guys. I basically work from home. I'm basically location independent at this point, right? I could live anywhere I want. Um, I was looking into lofts in like Panama where they're like 1,300, 1,500 a month, right? I'm basically, that's, I'm in Boston, so everything's expensive here. So I don't know, it just gets you, I have so many more options now, right? And it's a good feeling to know that I have those options. All right. Now, I'm not satisfied with just being financially stable. I want to be financially independent, which for me is going to be the next level, which is like 10 to 20K per month. And then success to me is like 20 to 40K per month, right? Which I'll get there. I'm still a specialist right now, right? I see myself being a specialist for the next 3 to 6 months at least, so that I can continue to build the skill sets, because I'm learning a ton of new skills, like how to do organic posts, how to do 2 steps and Facebook groups, not only how to just qualify people and create gaps, current situation, future situation. I'm learning a ton about sales in general. I'm doing a lot of call reviews with listening to closers. So I'm basically setting myself up to be an amazing closer who can be financially independent and financially successful within closing. All right. So this is a great start. I'd recommend it for anyone who's getting started in sales or wants to transition into the online space so that they can be financially stable, location independence, and have that time freedom that everyone really wants, right, at the end of the day. All right. So this is kind of high level overview as far as what the heck I've been up to. And I'll probably do another video as far as where I'm headed. But just want you to know that if you're looking for these things right here, financial stability, location freedom, time freedom, which if you've been following my channel, then I know you're looking for those things, right? If you've been doing real estate, just know this is, in my opinion, a better vehicle. It's easier. You can get there quicker. You don't have to start your own business. You don't have to do marketing. Um, you just don't have to wear all the hats that require you to be successful within creative real estate investing or any business, right? You're basically inserting yourself as a middle person between prospect and business owner, earning a commission and still getting all the rewards at the same time. All right, so this video is getting kind of long. I'm probably going to end it right here. If you guys have any questions about any of this, let me know what questions you have about high ticket sales. I want to answer those for you and really help anyone that's been following my journey in the past. And if you're interested in this, let me know. I'll post more content about it. That's it for today. Make it a great day.